spoken to you about food type stuff recently. I meant to, but I forgot. So I am doing it now. I don't know if you remember, but a while ago I said about how I was having trouble with calories. That I was being obsessed about counting them and that I didn't want to go above a certain number. And it was causing me to be quite restrictive about what I was eating and when I was eating and the type of food I was eating and not wanting to go above calories, and I was very dizzy, and every time I stood up I got very dizzy and it all blacked out and I was like, oh, I had to bend down, and it was becoming a bit of an issue. I was aware of it and I've been referred to the head doctor at the hospital to talk about it and stuff, but it was something that was causing problems. When I went away a couple of weekends ago to Colourfest Festival, which is a fantastic hippie festival in a field, I couldn't go on the internet. I couldn't use my FitnessPal. I couldn't log my food, which I was doing every day. I thought that was going to bother me. I thought I was going to feel out of control, but actually what I felt was relief that I didn't have to be counting and stuff. And for a while it did kind of weird me out, you know, I'd be making some food and I'd like guess, oh, this is 200 grams and stuff, and I was eating it out of my little billy can, and I looked at the tin just to check and it was 400 grams, and I was like, holy shit, I just ate 400 grams! And it really must, I was like, and my friend was like, yeah, but you must have needed it, you didn't feel over full, and you know, how do you feel now? And I was like, alright, and I was like, but I ate 400 grams. And fair enough, it was kind of a slider food, so there was that aspect to it, but it was an eye-opener to me to see what my body is actually needing versus what I was letting it have. And when I was at Colourfest, I was eating when I felt like I needed fuel, when I thought, right, I need to eat now because I haven't eaten for a while, my body feels like it needs some food, and because I couldn't weigh anything or measure anything, I ate what I felt I needed until I felt I was done. Kind of mindful eating thing. I've never been very good at it, but I gave it a try. It worked quite well. I wasn't dizzy. Well, it's my normal, a little bit dizzy, but I wasn't like every time I get up and down and bending and stuff thinking I was going to pass out. So when I got home from the festival, I was like, right, what do I do then? Do I go back onto my FitnessPal? Do I stay as I am? And for a while I stayed not using my FitnessPal at all, not writing anything down, and that I felt was too far the other way for me. I felt a bit out of control. I felt a bit like it could get dangerous. Just as much as restriction is dangerous for me, binging is dangerous for me. So I was like, look, I need to go find somewhere in the middle. So I basically went out and bought a notebook. I am a complete stationery junkie. I love station. Okay, I fart. I'm a complete stationery junkie. I'm like in the stationery aisle going like, oh, everything's so pretty. And I just want to buy like a million notebooks. And I couldn't find a nice one. I was looking all over. I was gutted. I had a genuine reason for a notebook and I couldn't find one that I liked. I ended up with this one from Tesco's. And all I'm doing is what I used to do back in the beginning of when I was working through eating disorder behaviour, of keeping a food diary. And I am literally putting in the date. Let me find a good example page. Yeah, that'll do. So I'm putting in the date, how many glasses of water I'm drinking, how many hot chocolates in a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then snacks. And then if I'm doing activity, I'll just pencil that in as well. 2 chocolate chip biscuits. Ow. My belly did not like... Ow. My belly did not like the ingredients of the biscuits and it bloated out and it gave me very bad gut rot. So I'm finding this little booklet much more helpful for me at the moment because I'm not counting calories, I'm just recording what I'm eating, roughly how much, and I was worried that I was going to be gaining weight in that way, that I would be having too much because my portions may be slightly more than they would be if I weighed them and stuff. But so far the scales are being fine. After my boob surgery I did gain 3 to 4 pounds, I think. A couple of pounds of these because they're 510ml each, I think. And then I had some bloating from being on an IV and stuff. And then a week later I got on the scales today and it says -3 pounds, so I've lost the IV surgery type weight, and I'm happy with that because I know that this week I've eaten what I needed to eat in order to nourish my body, and I'm quite pleased with myself on that one. I'm quite pleased with my learning curve, that I'm finding a middle ground. So I thought I'd share that with you. I should probably cut this off because I feel like I've been waffling for ages. But I do like my Fitness Pal, but I was getting a bit obsessed, so I'm stepping away for a little while. But if you find it useful for you, then you go ahead and use it, and if whatever tools work for you is great, and I'm just sharing what works for me. Any questions, please ask. I love to hear from you. Write in the comments below. If you find this useful, thumbs up it. If you think any of my videos would be helpful for anybody you know, please share them around. Spread the love, share the joy, and I will see you in my next video. Love you lots. Bye. Hello. There we go. I knew it. I could tell I had a trump, and I was like, uh-oh, it's gonna go as soon as he presses start. Oh well, that's how it is. We trump. We do it well.